will be.
On the interwebs.
On the interwebs. Start it off.
Start off with the good nose wipe.
Good nose wipe.
Good nose wipe. And, nope, silence. She's doing good. She's going to hold it in for 45 minutes. This will be great. Perfect. Such. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay. So, good morning. How's it going?
Good morning.
It's bright and early. Bright and early. We're ready to start our day. And with that, let's do the intro. Except for somebody moved my spot here.
I moved it back. You moved it back again.
Oh, that's right, because you left out the voice changer mode. Welcome to Take It Down a Notch with Rob.
And Lindsay.
All right, we're here. We're ready. Lindsay's excited.
So excited. I feel like I have to lean in. I'm going to move my chair.
Come on, scoot on up. Jump on in
there
here.
We go.
Jump on in here. We're gonna actually try to actually turn off the live stream when we're done this time.
What?
As opposed to leaving it going for 3 hours after the live stream was supposedly over.
It technically was going on. It could have been going on for 8 hours. Mom didn't turn it off until 5 p.m.
Yeah, I think
it just automatically turned off for 3 hours.
For 3 hours. I think I tried to reset the house modem to see from afar, see if I could shut off the internet and turn it back on.
Oh, really?
When Hugo messaged me and said, "By the way, the live stream's still on, dude." Old man, you forgot again to do something.
He was really disappointed. He went to the end of the podcast where we were talking, and he's like, "But your mics were off and the podcast off, so you couldn't hear whatever you guys were talking about." It's like, I'm pretty sure we were just talking about protein shakes.
So yeah, I was thinking, geez, at least I was dressed and everything, walk through my office naked or something and be bad. But I think I ran in and out once before we left, but
probably
off to the gym. So let's see, what do we got? The door closes. You can't. I don't think you can tell on the video. It needs a little standing, little putty, little love,
TLC.
But it's all nailed back together. So we're back to it, and there we go. My coffee is gone. I didn't make a whole pot downstairs or anything. I get to share my.
Oh yeah, that's good. That hits the spot. That makes the nose better.
Somebody else's coffee is always better. So obviously, Lindsay is not over her thing yet.
No, it's been officially called chronic.
Chronic. Yeah, she is chronic.
It is chronic.
Not cranky, just
chronic. Because it's after 3 months for sinus things that it can be called chronic, where for your whole body it's 6 months, I think. Or 9 months.
Itis or something?
It's sinusitis, I think.
Sinusitis.
I think, but I keep doubting myself that I'm saying it wrong, so I think that's what it is. But yeah, I'm going to need surgery. Minor surgery. But
you're going to go and undeviate your septum.
Possibly. They might not undeviate my septum. She's going to try not to, because she thinks that she can get all the work done and get me back to breathing without doing it. And then I wouldn't have to have a stint in my nose. And the recovery would be a little bit easier. But there's a chance that I'm going to need, that she's going to get in there and be like, yeah, actually, we do need to move some things around. But yeah, she's going to, stick a camera on my nose. And I don't know how they'll make it so I don't sneeze. It's really one of my questions. Because if I this is really gross, but when we were younger, and part of our anatomy lesson, I think at some point, was teaching ourselves how to sneeze. And so the boys and I, this is homeschooling, specifically Trevor and I would use a tissue to make ourselves sneeze. If you would stick up a thin tissue all the way up to your nose or all the way up to your brain, then you can get yourself to sneeze. And the goal would be who can get the like multiple sneezes on one try. This is how we used to entertain ourselves. Like the goal, like I think the max we got was like 7 sneezes or something. So, anyways, I don't know how there's not like gonna. I'm not gonna be like sneezing
And we wonder why our
on the
sinuses
table.
are all screwed up. Well, you might be able to kill all the Kleenexes that are still up there.
We don't leave them up there.
Yeah, pieces probably broke off, stuck up in your
Probably.
sinuses.
So, anyways, they're gonna go and like clean everything out. But we did like a CT scan. It was kind of cool. You could see like all the sinuses like kind of here that were like full, and the ones up here that were they're not like full, but they're way more than they should be, and they're not like clearing out on their own, I guess. So
I thought I had Hugo sign an as-is contract with you. I don't know why I got you back.
yeah, you got me back with many problems. So this is one of them. This is the main one. I'm really excited to be able to breathe again.
I don't know how you pulled off this rotten trick, but good on you, I guess.
But I guess the antibiotics helped because of the inflammation. It made it less inflamed, and so that's why I was feeling so good. What?
I said you won this round, Hugo. The war is not over.
Hey, you're sending me back soon. I'm sure you'll send me with a multitude of problems as well.
Now, speaking of going back, we have no updates on the visa.
None.
We sent the paperwork to the abyss.
Yep.
Waiting patiently.
Yep.
Lindsay's strong. You're a little slow on the mute there.
Sorry.
The
was just coming.
Your strong game is the waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Good at that. So anyway, so what else do we got going on? We know that Taylor Swift has made it to the Super Bowl.
Yep, Taylor Swift has made it to the Super Bowl.
It's a great season, Taylor.
It was a great season.
Tay.
Really,
all the way.
I gotta say that
Taylor,
like the Chiefs
need
to be
all
thanking
these years
Taylor.
Of hard work.
And I think that they have been thanking Taylor because it is obvious that Travis Kelce plays better. Like if people have compared his like whatever it's called, the data, the stats between games, and he obviously does better when Taylor is there.
There you go.
The Kelce family is really fun.
Better when Taylor's there.
Maybe, I don't know. But they aren't playing against each other this year.
You saw the videos of his brother shirtless in the suite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Picking up kids and bring them to Taylor Swift. Here, meet your idol.
I didn't see that.
I think he reached out like outside of this deal and brought one.
No way,
girl
really?
up to meet Taylor or something. I'm not sure.
That's cute.
I didn't see.
They're a fun family. I like watching their podcast sometimes. They're a fun family. But the Kelce podcast.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I saw it on your computer the other day.
You might have, but it didn't mean I watch it.
It's a decent podcast. It's kind of interesting.
YouTube is on my computer most of the time, but it's all about the law tube right now.
Yeah.
All about the law tube.
That sounds weird for some reason.
Law tube. Yeah, it's kind of true crime, except for more
boring,
based around trials.
Less dramatized.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
Okay, wait. How do you?
Not somebody trying to. Yep. All right, we're
back. I don't know why it's so bad this morning.
Yeah, well,
I think it's just because it's the morning. Yeah. Normally it clears up after my shower.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's not what I watch is not a recap of a crime. It's the trial session of a crime. Generally.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's kind of interesting, but
what's her whole Murdoch trial thing yesterday, which was really interesting. Really interesting because she is the clerk of courts, the person who runs the courts. She screwed up. There's just no two ways about it. She really screwed up. As of right now, it didn't mess up the whole 6-week trial. It didn't ruin the trial according to the judge, but I do not see how Murdoch's not getting a new trial.
Yeah, if this is going on, he's
Even though
definitely gonna get it.
even though it makes no difference, but he
I don't know how they're gonna find people who haven't heard about Murdoch.
They do.
I don't know how they do it.
People don't pay attention, so they.
Because literally, like even like my girly podcasts were talking about it.
Yeah, well, it's a horrific deal that it's like.
Well, and it went. There's a lot of horrific cases that don't go big on social media, but there's also a lot that go big.
But this is horrific, and then you add in so many different aspects, because it's not just a horrific murder.
Yeah,
it's a horrific. Somebody else died that may or may not be classified as a murder, because his son, who got murdered, killed somebody in a boating accident.
Yeah.
And then there's he
like
he
his
ripped
drug
off
dealer.
massive. He's an attorney, and he stole money from massive people, millions and millions of dollars. His father and grandfather are like in the history. Their paintings are in the courthouse.
Yeah, they literally had to take down a painting from inside the courtroom of his like grandfather or uncle or something.
Yeah, so it's just bizarre. It's just beyond bizarre. So and then the quick report.
Honestly, though, if you hear all the evidence, I could see another world where he didn't do it.
I'm not 100% sure he did it.
It would be really hard for me as like a jury member, I guess, to be 100% sure. I mean, of course, I'm not like in their shoes. I'm not seeing it exactly how it's presented, all that kind of stuff. But like, I think it'd be really, honestly, like, yeah, I think he's guilty.
Yeah.
Because of his personality but that's all been somewhat swayed by socials. And he set up
a murder of himself before this happened.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He's like a drug dealer.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I don't know if I didn't catch it. Yeah, he set up to have his drug dealer kill him.
Yeah.
To get himself out of the financial mess, and that didn't take. Think about this: the drug dealer was not successful at the murder.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine that. But didn't he die or something? The drug dealer?
No.
He just went back to jail. So, I was thinking that he killed him.
And his housekeeper died.
Right. I forgot that was the same.
Housekeeper died on the property. It's just, I mean, you could not, if you went and took this novel to a publisher, like, well, let's take out like 3 of the things. You pick your favorite 3 things, and then we'll go with those. We can save those others for another novel later on. There's just too much. Nobody would believe that all these things happen in one book to one person.
No. Yeah, exactly.
It's just a little much.
It's a little kooky.
So anyway, I'm deep into that. The Treehouse Murder, just finished up with that.
Right.
And yeah, that's my brain candy stuff is
at the moment.
Latu. So
sorry.
Perfect. They didn't hear that at all.
Ugh.
So anyway, that's where we're at. So we're getting ready for the Super Bowl. Team Tay-Tay.
The Taylor Bowl.
The Taylor Bowl.
The Taylor Super Bowl. It's really, this would be a great year for her to be performing at the halftime. I think that she actually turned them down.
I think she did, yeah.
Probably because of the tour, I would assume. But like,
there's no point in it for her.
No, there really isn't, especially this year. It would just be good for everybody else.
Even if she wasn't dating an NFL player, she doesn't. You make no money at the Super Bowl.
No, you really don't.
From what I understand, I mean,
I think that you actually end up paying for a lot of the performance.
It's a lot of work for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And what is she going to gain? Somebody.
Well, and then also, I mean, she was supposed to be.
You think there's somebody out there in the United States that does not know who Taylor Swift is?
Exactly. But she's supposed to be in Tokyo and like on her tour. So if she comes to us, she's going to be coming back. I would assume that she's going to be there at the Super Bowl. If she wasn't at the Super Bowl, that's like really sus. Everybody's going to make a big deal about them like breaking up right before the Super Bowl if she's not there. And also they're going to lose. So, and it's going to be Taylor's fault. Love Tay Tay, but it will be her fault if they lose. And she's not there.
Right.
So I do not in any world can see the 49ers winning. That's who they're playing against, right? 49ers. I think it's the 49ers.
Because she's really studied all the facts. She knows all
No,
about
it's
the
just that like
who's got the best ratings, all this.
the
She's gone through,
49ers
she's
suck.
done the whole thing, and she went Kansas City Chiefs all the way. They're the better team.
They're definitely the better team. They have Taylor Swift on their side. How are they
And
not
what's
the better team?
Oh, the other team is
The 49ers, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where they hail from?
San Francisco.
Wow, good job.
They're the enemies of Seahawks. That's how I know they're not going to win. The Seahawks.
Oh, yeah. So
I know a little bit from my childhood.
Yeah.
So anyways, Katie, my bestie, and I are going to decorate the whole house before, hopefully.
Yeah. So all the people that come to the Super Bowl, if you need an invitation and you don't get one, send me a message. But
yeah, come over for the Super Bowl.
Most everybody's invited. We have a bunch of people over, and
if you know our address already, just come.
It's okay if you're not rooting for Tay Tay.
You must be rooting for.
If you're not rooting for Tay Tay, it's okay. You just need to be calm about it. You can't.
There's no happy-go-lucky 49ers in this household.
You just got to be low-key excited if you're a 49ers fan.
And you must love Tay Tay more.
Because Katie will kill you.
Yeah, Katie. I'm protecting you from Katie. Is really what it is. I'm protecting you from Katie because Katie. No. We don't do no.
Yeah.
She's going to the candidate show as well. Did I tell you this? With Megan.
So she's going
to 3 Era Tour shows.
She's going 3 times.
3
times.
3
different countries.
3 different countries. That's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
And 3 different outfits.
So I found tickets to Paris, thinking about different countries. Found tickets to Paris for $900 a piece, but they're out of Canada.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of thinking about
13-hour flights.
I've been kind of thinking if I end up just buying one ticket back, I might go out of Canada. If I'm just buying one ticket, because it's gonna be I don't know, because I need to figure out how I'm gonna reschedule my flight because it wouldn't let me reschedule it last time I was looking. So I also need to decide when I'm gonna decide to reschedule it.
You gotta call them probably.
I know, I really don't want to do that.
I know. Nobody wants to call anybody.
Bleh.
No calling. All right. So our main subject of the podcast we were going to talk about.
What? It's not my football knowledge?
Yeah, well, that was it. We're moving on to the next chapter.
I don't even know where Kelsey's team is from, to be honest.
Kelsey's team. Well, at least it's not Taylor's team.
The Kelsey's team. It's the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And they have like an 87. His number is 87. I know that.
Not 13?
No, because if you add 13, it like equals 100. I'm like, it's something with 13 matches the 87. Also 87, 89 were album. And then there's a song I think that she mentions 87 and 89, like both those numbers in it, that she wrote like way before they started dating. This has all been planned by Taylor for like many years. She's been plotting this, and they are destined to be married. If they don't get married, I'm going to be more upset than any of her other relationships. I'm going to be distraught because this seems perfect. Because I obviously am in this relationship. I'd just like to say that I'm like more of a low-key Tay-Tay fan. Yeah. And this is how I feel. So imagine how like go hard Tay-Tay fans feel.
You know, it's there's a lot of things out there you got to like, okay, you can't say this, you can't do that, because you will cause major outrage. You could be
Taylor fans are scary.
you cross Taylor fans could be.
But they're also like people have been saying that they're really welcoming. Like they're totally okay with people being like coming into being a fan of Taylor
No, no,
Swift
no.
later. They're like
But
and
if
like
you
right now.
cross Taylor,
Oh,
if
if
you
you cross
cross
Taylor,
Taylor,
oh yeah, you're done for.
so
Like really, if Travis and
like they
Taylor break up,
like there was some stuff going on Twitter with some made up pictures, and Twitter they started a whole new branch, and now you can't search for Taylor Swift anymore because that's
oh
how they
really?
yeah, because they don't want because to keep these pictures from coming up, because the Taylor fans were like, we will blow you up, we will make you
Taylor
non-exist.
fans are like a whole another sector
Uh,
that could be like terrorism.
yeah.
It's just like
I'm not sure how worked up
if
Taylor was over these pictures,
she
but
probably didn't care.
her
I don't even know what
fans
photos these were.
worked up.
Yeah, Taylor
So
doesn't need to worry about a thing coming around like hate because, and Taylor is like uncancelable as well.
yeah,
Like Taylor is a superhero hero
she's a
human being
phenomenon.
right now.
She's a phenomenon. It's a
Yeah,
little bizarre, but
I think Tay Tay for president, 2024,
yeah,
and
she's not old enough. You have to rewrite the
is she?
Constitution.
I thought she was. I think she's older than
Didn't you
we
have to
feel.
be 46 or something?
I think you had to be 30. I thought you
Can't
just had
remember.
to like be past 30. I assume that she's past 30.
Yeah, I don't know. Jeez, I'm
I
not
don't
that.
know. Celebrities'
I like Taylor.
ages don't really matter.
Honestly, I do like
Like they are just
Taylor
like
Swift.
all
I've been a
influence.
Taylor Swift fan since
I was a Taylor Swift
not the
fan.
beginning, but close to it.
Yeah, I would
I
say the
don't know.
beginning.
I don't.
I would say the beginning because I was a Taylor Swift fan right at the beginning.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure.
As soon as the beginning,
Yeah,
as soon as you can say like debut album is like
yeah.
beginning. Maybe
Um,
not like before
yeah.
debut
I mean,
album or anything
I
like that,
wasn't
but
back when she was performing in street corners or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly. But
But yeah, I've always liked Taylor Swift from as far
yeah,
as
he
back
was
as
even
I
singing
know
along
about
with
him.
Katie and I in the car.
Yeah, I like Taylor Swift songs. I have a friend of mine he's bigger Taylor Swift. He's about my age. He's been to a
Did he
bunch
go
of
to
her
the Eras
concerts.
tour?
I've not talked to him in a couple of years. Ken Ken always joked about it's really weird to be showing up to a concert with you're like the only guy. Everybody else is 13 years old. It's like little weird. But he's like me. He doesn't care. He's like,
Yeah,
I do your own thing. March to your own drummer. Make yourself happy.
exactly.
Don't worry what the haters say. So
I would have gone to the Eras tour or tried to go to the Eras tour here in Seattle. Um, if dad was like, yeah, I'll go. And he's like, nothing in me wants to go to a concert. He just doesn't like
I'm not a
concerts.
concert guy.
The whole
Now
air thing.
I'm not like I'm not a stadium concert
Yeah.
guy. I'm really not a stadium concert guy.
Outdoor concerts you can do.
Outdoor concerts are cool. Bar concerts are cool. Like if you're in a bar, a smaller
Right.
deal, and you can, I don't know, in big concerts, the sound is horrible. There's somebody smoking pot within 20 feet of you. That's just miserable.
Yeah.
Um, if you're down on the floor, people are like banging into you, and then I start getting this is my space, get out of my space type of vibes.
Yeah.
You're not gonna push me back to the back. I just get kind of like, "Urgh." Yeah, I don't love it. I don't want to stand for 3 hours and
Mm-hmm.
not be able to move. I'm an old man. It's bad on my back. It's nothing. I don't. Oh,
Yeah, you're not a concert
yeah,
guy.
if it's if
You're not
it's
a concert girly.
yeah, no, it's just not. I would rather just watch a video of it on the TV. It sounds better. It's gonna sound better. I'm gonna be able to see more. I went and saw Billy Joel. He was like this big. You could see him on the screen.
Yeah.
I can see him on the screen at home.
Yeah. But in Paris, we're going to be like right there.
Yeah. I went and saw Boston. That was kind of cool because they had a decent stage show. A rock and roll band. Saw that with friends, but there's somebody like smoking pot like all around
Yeah.
us. And it like stunk so bad.
I'm kind of hoping that's not the case for the Paris show. I wouldn't be too surprised.
Yeah.
Not that there isn't
Is it
smoking pot in
is it
Paris, but
outside?
no,
It's inside.
it's inside.
Okay.
I mean, it's a big like soccer stadium.
Yeah,
I mean,
most of the
football.
most of those are open air.
Football. Yeah, I think it'll be
Like
open air.
like yeah, that's outside.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was thinking like outside in like the winery. Like
Yeah, it's not gonna be like you're
it's like a
sitting
stadium.
in the grass. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
it's a stadium.
so
So yeah, it's open air. But I mean, I'm not sure if they have like if it can be open air and
probably not.
I don't think
There's not a
so.
lot of places that do that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So
Anyways, so after our little Taylor Swift tangent,
all about Tay Tay. So
Dad, do you even lift, bro?
I lift, bro.
I was really trying to get a spit take. Darn.
I do it.
That would
It
have
took
been
you too long.
good.
It took you too long to get there. By the time you got it out, I knew it was coming. So yeah, so kind of going down. The Lee family's kind of going down a fitness journey in the
Yeah.
last little bit. So thought we kind of talk about that and what I'm doing and what you're doing, and so um, about 9 months ago, um, maybe a little bit more now, 10 months ago, less than a year, uh, switched to a different doctor. It's a functional medicine, I think is
Hmm.
what it is, and they kind of look whole body and not as opposed to, oh, my elbow hurts. Well, let's look at what the elbow's doing. It's like, okay, well, we'll fix your elbow, but why? What else is going on? Why? What's making your elbow hurt and making other things hurt? Or, where are your levels at? Where's your iron? Where's your blood sugars? Where's your testosterone? Where's your vitamin D and all this stuff? So did a bunch of tests and of all the different vitamins and found out, and minerals and all that, found out that I was deficient in a bunch of stuff. And shocker, I'm overweight. I don't know if anybody's noticed that about me, that I'm fat. And so, and they're not gentle about, they don't sugarcoat it there.
No.
They're like, you're fat. You need to, well, they don't, they go, you need to lose weight. And this is how much weight you need to lose. So, um, where
I was gonna say, I was like, I cannot see Dr. Adair looking at you and going, "You're fat, Rob. You're fat. That's your diagnosis. Fat."
Didn't start with Dr. Adair. It started with Dr. Leary.
Oh, I guess that's true.
But yeah,
Yeah, I guess I haven't met her yet. Maybe she would. I don't know.
no, she's more gentle than that. And keeping an eye on diabetes and things like that. So I started down a path where she's like, okay, well, you need to start eating better. You need to start taking these vitamins. You need to lose some weight, and um, let's see if we can get you on a better path. So I kind of jumped in with both feet and just said, all right, I'm paying you a bunch of money to tell me what to do. I think I'm just going to listen. So
Whoa.
she did something even crazier. She said that one of the things that might be making you fat is Keurig coffee. So
No
I even
way.
stopped having Keurig coffee.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We were so surprised when he came home and he was actually listening to this doctor. Not that he doesn't normally listen to doctors or anything. We were just really surprised by it. And then he stopped using the Keurig immediately. Like that day.
Yeah.
He was like, no, no more Keurig.
Now that does not mean,
That is one
obviously,
change
does
of a
not mean
lifestyle.
that we're not giving up coffee.
Yeah, there's not water in that mug or anything.
We are deep into the coffee, which is a bridge that we're going to cross, but not for another 60 days. But
What?
yeah, I gotta figure this coffee thing out.
Wait, are you going to possibly stop drinking coffee?
Um, I'm going to I'm going to do something about my coffee intake. I haven't decided exactly what. which
Whoa.
which will probably mean going off coffee for a long time, but not till I'm done with my current debacle.
I just I just like to say that last week you felt so horrible like all day, and
That
you
was the kicker.
and it's because
That
you
was the
didn't have
kicker.
any coffee.
Yeah, that kind of was the eye opener. But anyway, we'll get back to that. The um, so through this doctor, got in touch with a nutritionist, and she was kind of the key on my part was talking to her, because she's like, okay, let's see what you could do, what you can do, and what you will do, um, and not just for a day, but for a longer term situation. So she said, we did it over Zoom, but she sat down with me and was like, what do you like? What do you like to eat? What do you not like to eat? You know, we need to obviously you need to eat more vegetables, less sugar, less things like this, um, and ask me questions like, why don't you like that? What do you not like about this? And what can you do? So she set up kind of a game plan, and like, okay, well, let's try to do this and this, and maybe let's limit going out to fast food like 3 times a week. Can you do that? Like, yes. Welcome Henry to the podcast. Maybe we can go to like 3 times a week, max. Going maybe 2 times. See what you can do. And so we went and talked and basically cut out fast food altogether.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a few times since, but I just quit going out, started bringing my lunch, started the charcuterie diet, doing the
Yep.
charcuterie diet.
Dad
So,
has a giant cooler that he brings with him everywhere with like a giant package of deli meat and like cheese and fruit and nuts. And he brings that with him
spinach,
everywhere.
spinach
And
usually in there.
spinach.
Yeah,
And he'll just make himself like a little charcuterie board. It's quite cute.
yeah,
Or he'll just like eat out of the package while he's driving. Like, rah, rah, rah,
yeah,
rah,
yeah. It's a lot of just like caveman style, just
rah.
grabbing
Grabbing
food
a
out of there.
handful of
But
meat.
if I'm sitting, or if I have an apple, the apple, I enjoy apples much more cut up than I do just
Yeah,
gnawing
we
on
were
the
at a
core.
church event this weekend and he got out a cutting board and started cutting his apple and then peeled his orange and set them all up together and then got out like a little handful of blueberries and he has a secondary backup cutting board in his bag that is freshly wrapped and never used, I assume, because it still has
Yeah.
a wrapping on
No,
it, still has the
it's
plastic on
brand
it.
new. It's brand new.
Brand new,
Yeah.
little tiny board. And then after he was done with that, then he set up his nuts and dried fruit and all this. And I was like, wow. It's like, I just like to say how much you would make fun of me if I did that. I'm gonna do. I was just like, this is excessive.
I did raise some eyebrows in the setting up my little charcuterie board, but hey,
It was extra.
it was
We
it.
also had so many bags between the
I,
six of us. We also had, or the three of us, and we had like six plus drinks. Six was the minimum we had all day.
yeah,
On the table
yeah,
that
because
were,
there's three of us. There's three of us, so we each had 2 drinks
we each had two
minimum.
drinks at minimum.
Minimum.
And there were sometimes where there was like a coffee added or a La Croix or something like that. And
Or a
then
protein
we both
drink.
had like two bags. And then mom, I think, had one big bag.
Yeah,
Like we were moving in for the day.
yeah. This is where we live now. We live here.
Anyways,
This is our home. This
yeah, this is
table is
our
now
home.
our home.
And dad's going to try and knock it over all day.
Salty, salty. A little wiggle on the table.
Not
Wiggle,
just a
wiggle.
little wiggle.
Didn't fold. Just wiggle, wiggle.
Oh my gosh.
so
Moving on.
so we so I've done that, and then a couple months into that journey, the doctor said, "So you need to work out." And I'm like, "I do work out. I just work, and I walk 10,000 steps. I do yoga. I do all this stuff." She's like, "Yeah, that's great. You need to work out. Feel good on you. Now start working out."
So if it makes you feel any better, The first appointment that I had with this doctor, she did the same thing to me. She was like, so by the way, she did differently. She was like, by the way, I will get you to lift. I will convince you. Your parents are the example. They're both lifting. Most likely, some point in this journey, I'm going to have you start working out.
So you might as well just give in now.
Just by the way. And I was like, yeah, I know. My parents are already convincing me. Anyways, sorry to like spoil it, I guess.
No. So I joined a gym, and she basically said, she goes, "That's great. You're very active. I can see that. It shows that you're very active. Um, but you need to be making yourself sore." I'm like, okay. So I succeeded at that. I started making myself sore on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
So I started a gym, and personal trainer helps me out. Evan, we've talked about this on the past.
Yep.
Nico had to move to Florida, or not Florida, Arizona or something, Phoenix, something, somewhere south. He moved. He moved down there where his family was at, and um, then Evan took over on my journey. So Evan and I get to play once a week, lifting things.
Mm-hmm.
I lift things. He counts.
Yep.
He looks at me and goes, "Wow, this old man is so weak." Pretty much. So we lift, and then Jenny joined the gym, and she started working out with Evan. And
And then I came home and we have this new family member called Evan that I hear about more than I hear about the boys. And how Evan's doing. And oh, did you hear about this? And oh, did you hear about this about Evan? And oh, Evan made me do this. And oh, Evan made me do this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is he coming to Christmas dinner? Because what's going on?
Again, a little salty, but
I was replaced by Evan and Dofer. You had to use two
everybody
different
laughed.
beings.
All our kids laughed, so we adopted Evan and Dover.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we were replaced.
So we said their name. Now they're whining. Um, so we're working out, and
I joined.
Lindsay joined, and then the boys have joined another gym because they don't live close enough to go to our gym. So they joined another gym up in Everett, and so like the whole Lee clan is on a
Getting
fitness journey.
jacked.
Getting jacked in 2024.
Getting jacked.
So
We're gonna be like that family that was like all bodybuilders.
yeah,
It was all like you see that like he was on like on the news at some point a while ago. This was a while ago. The kids are now like adults, I think, but it was like this news clip of like this bodybuilder family, and there was like this like 7-year-old that could lift more than I can now,
oh my
kind of
gosh,
thing. Like, yeah,
that's great. So and then right now I'm in the midst of a 60-day challenge. So
yeah, he's so into this that now he's doing like challenges.
well, it's just what the gym's doing. So
Yeah,
going along, seeing
he's
how
doing what Evan tells him to do.
do what I'm told to do. So we're
For the most part, he's supposed to go 6 days a week.
yeah, I told Evan I would go 5 days a week.
He told Mom and I when we had a training session, he was like, you know, Rob's supposed to go 6 days a week. Where is he? Where is he? I haven't seen him yet today. Has he been in yet today? Is he coming today? And then like at the end of our session, okay, well there's Rob. It was really funny. It was like the whole session. He gets so
I
stressed
pretty
out.
much have been pretty close to 6 days a week though.
Yeah, I know. You've been doing pretty good. At least cardio.
Doing something.
Doing something.
So,
Maybe not doing the whole thing, but yeah.
yeah.
But a lot of days doing the whole thing.
Yeah, so we've been going. I've been working out a good 4 to 5 days.
I think I figured out that if I do like 4 days in 1 week, the next week needs to just be 3.
Mm.
I'm not at a point where I can do like 4 days, 4 days, 4 days, like on a regular basis. So, at least not yet.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So that's the 4 days. And then on Thursday, I do the yoga. Saturday, I do the yoga.
Yeah.
So which isn't lifting. It's
No.
just stretching and stuff like that. And then on those,
Which is good.
I'm trying to do.
I need to be doing more
Cardio.
stretching because I feel like I'm a lot, but it's just because I feel I'm constantly stiff or sore in some part of my body,
Yeah.
and it just makes me feel like I'm very unflexible.
Yeah.
So I need to get better at stretching.
So went and worked out with the boys on Sunday
Mm-hmm.
for like 2 hours.
And then
And
did a 30-minute spa.
yeah, the boys are like they like working out. They're oh I lift big weight, but they are also into we've got to hit the steam room and the sauna and the hydrotherapy bed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like a day at the spa. Heavenly Christmas.
Trevor's always liked the sauna though.
Yeah.
He's always really liked the sauna. Depending on who I'm working out with is doing, I'll do like a few minutes in the sauna
Yeah,
and or
I need to do a little
the
research
waterbed.
on the whole sauna thing. What is the ultimate? What's the what you should do?
Yeah, I kind of agree.
I don't know. Are you supposed to, should you stay in there for 6 hours?
No.
Probably not.
I do like
Is it
five
is it
minutes,
like,
and then if my book
where's
is any good, I'll stay.
where's the diminishing return? I need the graph of this is you're in there for 5 minutes, that's okay. You're in there for 7 minutes, that's great. You're in there for 15 minutes, you're
When it
really not
starts
doing
feeling
anything better.
too comfortable is about when I leave.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thought. I'm like, at first I'm like, wow, this is really warm, and then I'm like, okay, this is making my muscles feel good. Okay, we're good. And then as soon as I get like way too comfortable, I'm like, okay, we're done. We need to be done. Or I end up leaving before that because there's not normally time.
Yeah.
Because going with the parents to work out is an hour and a half
Yeah.
minimum. Is about an hour. Mom and I only did like 50 minutes the other day. It was a really short like workout.
Mhm.
And then instead of doing cardio, we went on a walk. So
Yeah.
we did. But normally there's
Yeah.
at least a good hour workout and then 30 minutes of cardio. Normally it's like an hour and 15 minutes of working out.
Yeah. Yeah. My workouts can easily be an hour and 15, like hour and a half of working out. And then
There's 30
if you do
minutes of
cardio
cardio.
on top of that. So yeah, it winds up being an hour and a half.
And then with
Personally.
mom, we do the waterbed.
Yeah.
Which is all I actually really like the waterbed.
I did the
If I have
waterbed last night.
headphones. If I
I did
have
the waterbed
headphones,
last night.
it's nice.
Try to loosen my neck up from
Yeah.
doing the squats. So
Oh yeah.
just the pressure of the bar on my
Yeah.
neck. Not I didn't wrench anything or anything. It's just stiff because I kind of bruised everything up there, I think. So
Right.
it's a little stiff, but the sorry, looking notifications here. Um, I lost my train of thought. I have no idea where I was at. Something
So
about I remember saying bruised on my neck, but
So yeah, dad's working out a lot, mom's working out a lot. I'm trying to work out a lot. Um, and that's what our family's doing. This is
yeah,
just kind of our family thing right now.
I've lost like 30 pounds.
Wow.
Like
I
30
haven't.
pounds.
I'm kind of interested to see what my body scan that I'm doing tomorrow is going to be because I
That'll be
have
your
the body
second one.
scan. It's just going to be like, oh, 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Not maybe not even 2 weeks. So,
Yeah.
but it'll just be interesting to see if it's any different.
Yeah, no, the body scans, are interesting. I'm trying to decide if I should ask to do one today or next week because I'm right in between the 2 weeks of the 60-day
Yeah.
challenge. So it's like kind of like to see where I'm at, but
Yeah.
I don't know if there's enough difference yet to make a difference.
Right.
I don't know. I could probably do it both weeks too, but
Yeah.
it seems
Then you
so.
don't want to get too obsessed with looking at the numbers and everything.
Yeah.
Because the body scan shows you like everything. It's not just like what's your weight. It's
Yeah, the body scan electronically measures your body fat, your water percentage, and
yeah.
everything. So that's the in body. Um, so yeah, we're all about the numbers, all about all the stuff,
All about the protein.
We're measuring our macros, man. It's
I'm
like
just measuring
totally
protein. I probably
doing the
should
macros.
do everything else, but I'm not doing that, at least right now. It's too much work.
A lot of flexing going on in the on the stairways of the Lee household.
It's all him, but yeah, there's a lot of it.
Don't let it fool you. She's flexing all the time.
My nose.
Yeah, she 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 pretends like it's a joke that she's flexing, but but she's liking the muscles. I
I
don't.
don't have muscles yet.
You can't tell any difference in your muscles.
So the other day, like there was a weekend where I was like, I can tell when my arms are at my side that my arms were bigger. So I could tell that. I was like, they're just bigger. I think that like it looks like I've gained more fat. Like they look like a little just
But like
bigger
when you're
overall.
like lifting stuff, is it easier than it was 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. I like the lifting part, but I'm saying like around the like flexing wise. Mom and I
But
were
being able to lift more makes you feel stronger.
yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
So
But you were talking about like the flexing. Like I thought you were talking about like the physical seeing of muscles. That you can't really see any muscles.
I bet you can.
So
I bet you can. I bet you.
mom and I were fake flexing, and then while we were doing that and comparing our chicken wings, um, we realized that I have a small bump on this arm, but not this one, just the right.
Oh, small muscle bump, not like a tumor. Okay, I was thinking, great, we found something else. You go.
Take her back.
Send your credit card.
But no, I definitely feel stronger. That's what I like about like arm workouts are really fun because I think of myself as being like barely able to like lift anything. So
Yeah.
whenever I can do like anything, I'm just excited about it.
Yeah.
So because I have like no expectations. Now with the legs, I can get kind of frustrated because I think of myself as having like stronger legs.
Mm-hmm.
I guess with like dancing and all the walking that I do.
Mm-hmm.
But these are all different muscles. So I can definitely feel a little bit more like, oh, I should be able to do this kind of feel with it, but not that bad. Because I don't think of myself as a strong person. I just think of myself as pretty weak,
Yeah.
which is one of the reasons why I want to do this.
Yeah.
I want to be able to lift my 50-pound carry on above my head.
Oh, there you go.
Like,
There you go. Well, it's all about the change. It's not. It's hard to compare. You look at the guys in the gym, and then guys will be lifting like a lot of weight, or girls, or
yeah,
whatever. But
when we were doing arms, I
it's
think it was
hard to.
like on Saturday,
Yeah.
and there was that one guy, he kept doing stuff, and then he was like grinning afterwards. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Like, he was big. Like, he was like a Dorito shape, like big on the top. I don't know. He looked like he was probably pretty small. Like, he didn't have like big legs.
Big
He didn't
triangle.
match,
Big
but it's a
triangle
big,
guy.
Dorito shape. And so, but he was doing things and he was like, rah, 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 it was like
Yeah.
doing it really fast and he like dropped the weight and then he'd just be like grinning and you could tell that he was like trying to act like calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah.
And he was just like so happy with
Just
whatever
happy.
he had done that he was just like grinning away.
Yeah.
So it's really fun to people watch at the gym because
it is, and you can't compare. You can't go, oh, well, that guy's whatever, because you don't know what he did earlier in his workout
exactly,
today.
yeah.
You don't know what he did yesterday. You know, somebody, could be lifting just massive weight, but what they normally do is less than that. But they've been working up for that, or
Well, and
you
like
see a great big guy and he's lifting a little tiny weight. It's like you don't know where he's at on his journey.
right.
It's really
Well, like there was this one guy that talked to us. Remember the guy, and he was lifting. I don't remember how much, but it was a lot. It was like over 200.
mm-hmm. Yes,
And then the other day I saw him
close
at the
to 300.
gym and I think he was doing like a really long warm up.
Mm-hmm.
And because the whole time I was there almost, and I was there for like a shorter time. I think I was only there for like 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole time I was there, he was just doing like 25s on everything.
Mm.
And I think he was just doing like a really slow workout, but you could easily be like, oh yeah, that's just all he does.
Yeah.
But in reality, he can lift like way more than that.
Right.
He's just kind of messing around or we're doing a warm up or stretching. I don't know.
Or that's what he does for his recovery is
Yeah,
25 pounds or whatever. It's you can't you're getting just a snapshot seeing them for 10 minutes working out or one set or
exactly.
whatever.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see. And and it's off, you know, to see what some of these people do, you're just like you're awestruck. You're like, oh my gosh, you just did you just did this and jumped right into this, and your
Yeah.
things that any one of these exercises would wipe me out for the next 10 minutes, and you're doing it as
Yeah.
a circuit training.
Right.
It's like holy smokes.
And we have quite
Uh,
the variety at our gym. I'm sure that's like how it is at most gyms,
yeah,
but I feel like we have such a variety of weights, a variety of like ages. Like there was like this grandma who was in there lifting more than I was the other day. Like,
yeah.
and um, there's trainers walking around with people. Um, there's like some younger. They'll be like more like older teenager, I guess, like
Yeah.
high
Probably
school
the
age
medium age
kids
is
and
probably in that mid to mid 20s is probably the most. A lot of mid
probably.
20s,
But you
a
see a
lot of
lot of
mid 20
people who are your
people
age too.
that are. But yeah, there's a lot of older people, a lot of younger. Um, About driving age, probably really the youngest I really see in
Probably,
there.
yeah, no.
It's hard to
I bet
hard to
you
judge
can't.
kids' age, but
I kind of wonder if you can't
that's
have a membership before like 16 or something.
yeah, I don't know. You do see high school kids in there, and
It's really funny when you see them like and you see them like you watching the whole workout and that you're there at least and they don't do like anything.
yeah,
Like they're obviously there because we don't have very many places to hang out.
yeah,
So it kind of makes sense. It's a good place to hang out. There'll be like three or four of them around like one machine and they'll like maybe be like trading throughout the machine. I'm like, I don't really care. I think it's kind of funny to watch.
yeah,
Um, I'm sure it irritates some people, but most people are pretty chill about it because it's better than them. Like Dad and I were saying earlier, it's better than them, walking around Walmart and then like shoplifting or something because
yeah.
they're bored.
Breaking something or whatever. I mean, not that they would be bad kids, but I mean, it's something they can do, be productive. They're not
Yeah,
causing problems or
and I'm sure
anything.
they come in at different times and
So
work out,
it's
or maybe they don't. Who
you know
knows?
it's most of them work out. If you watch long enough, they get to the workout.
Right?
There's a lot of socializing
But I have a
going
feeling
on.
that they're probably there like all evening.
Yeah, I think that's
And eventually at the end of the evening, they probably get like a good solid workout in.
yeah.
But they get a lot of socializing in too. But
Yeah.
that's fine.
So it's all good, and um, so we
It's
spent
quite fun.
we spent a lot of time at the gym too.
We really do.
So
Which is fun.
yeah,
I like it.
yeah. So that's where we're at with our fitness journey.
Yeah, so stay tuned so
So
you can see us, so we can't even fit on the screen.
and then I think sometime in the spring I'm gonna try to figure out the coffee deal. Yeah, I did. So the update on the
Oh,
coffee is one day last week, Wednesday, I think it was. It was kind of a crazy day, busy, trying to get all the protein I'm supposed to get in, and um, wound up having to leave the house really quick. So I poured myself my first cup of coffee was in my travel mug. Did that, took my protein and my hydrations, everything with me, and about 1 o'clock, I was like, I am feeling low. I'm feeling like maybe I'm getting the flu. I'm just like not feeling good. And, um, you know, the option of just going home and going to bed was not there. So it just kept
no.
kept pushing on, pushing on. And finally, that was the day I made it to the gym. Evans was waiting for me to show up at the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm feeling rough. But just before I got to the gym, I realized that I had about a half a cup of coffee for the whole day, and that's why I was feeling so bad. And it took me a whole another day. Basically, it wasn't until close to the end of the next day that I was recovered from my caffeine withdrawal,
Yep.
and that kind of was an eye opener for me that I have a
I can't believe this is what it took to make you realize that because everybody knows that you have a problem with coffee because you drink so much and then we'll just like go to sleep. One and two, can you please wait to do this after I leave the country?
no.
I do not want to be around you
Yeah, I got to figure
during
out
caffeine
because
withdrawals. I
stopping
mean, I
cold.
love you,
I think
but
stopping cold turkey would be a bad idea. So I have to make a plan.
Yeah, I would talk to your nutritionist about it, to be honest. I'm sure she has some ideas.
I need
Oh,
to. I need
okay.
to make a
Sorry.
plan.
I'm going to end the podcast. Evergreen Health is finally calling me.
Call.
So I need
Take
to
the
answer
call.
this.
All right. So she's gone. She's waiting for a phone call from, I think, make her appointment for the scan or the surgery she's been waiting for. So, anyway, with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks for watching and listening or whatever you're doing. We're on YouTube, the Take It Down a Notch podcast, and then we're also on the podcast things. So thanks thanks for all the time, and we will talk to you again next week.